Hey guys, we are so excited. We're starting to make our comeback. We're back at the studios several times a week. We're actually expanding. We have a new studio. So we're really starting to reform our art business and our creative expression. So I'm ready for my close-up. Hi, I'm John, and this is Bogdan. In 2015, we gave up our day jobs and started our own freelance creative business. Join us on our journey as we figure out how to earn a living as artists, introduce you to those we meet, and share what we learn along the way. It will be awkward, I'm sure. I'm not used to talking while I'm painting, and the idea that I'm supposed to be somehow narrating this so that it'll make it more enjoyable for you to watch. I don't make any promises. I know that I'm just going to paint. We'll see what happens. I don't have a plan. I never really do. I usually work in abstraction, so I just kind of let the painting lead me. I might start with a few marks just to kind of establish something, some base to work from, and then I just kind of let it go. I do what I want, and after a while I do what the painting wants. So that's what I'm going to do. I wanted to say a little bit too that as I get started, I usually lay down some sort of base. I'm just putting down kind of a beige acrylic, just so that I have something to work on. I think it makes the paint flow better, and I don't know. It's a gessoed canvas. So we'll see what happens. So this week, we got a new studio. It's been a little frustrating because we haven't been able to get into it as much or as quickly as we had hoped. But it doesn't really matter because the people aren't flocking back to the studios yet. But they will come, and we will be ready. Another weird bit of kind of family history for me. It's been a very stressful week. My dad has cancer, and lung cancer, and it's growing, and he had his 93rd birthday this week. So pretty much on the same day, pretty much on his birthday, he was also referred by his doctor to hospice, which is probably not the best thing to do on your birthday, is have an interview with hospice. So I'm sure that's probably not the best birthday he ever had. So let's see, that catches you up on what's going on in our life. Oh, good news. I did get into the Proyectos de Residencia in Mexico. The thing is, it's now a virtual residency program, and Michael Swank is the one in charge. And so I had my first kind of meeting. We had an online happy hour, which was kind of cool. So I got to meet some of the other residency residents, and it's going to be really, really cool. I'm still a little new, so I don't quite know what all to expect. I know that Michael has all kinds of events, and I'm looking forward to not only getting to know the people in the residency program and being able to put that on my resume that I've been accepted into a residency, but obviously to grow as an artist. I want to get better and better at my craft, and I want to not pay my dues, but to take any shortcuts I can and learn from the people who are doing it. Michael also suggested that the residents themselves, you get to know each other, you get to be friends, you start to collaborate. Who knows what kind of collaborations will arise. I may have some skills that they need. They certainly will have skills that I need, and we'll see where those relationships build. And of course, Michael is quite accomplished, and part of his job, I think, is to help us get what we need. So we have a weekly check-in with him and tell him what we need, and then we work together on getting what we need done. So I'm really pretty stoked. There's Bogdan.
Who are you talking to? You!
He didn't know I was doing this.
Yeah, I was like, who is
What?
he talking to?
He's
so
got
long
somebody
in
upstairs.
details? What you doing?
I'm painting. What do you think I'm doing?
It's a white canvas.
You can't tell?
It's a white canvas.
Not anymore, it's not.
It's gray.
It's not gray, it's beige.
All right. Good luck.
Yep, everybody I know is doing these live painting. I hate live painting, by the way. Did I tell you that? I don't hate it. I don't like the idea that when I'm painting, or if I've got something to say, that the whole time I'm saying it, I'm stopping to welcome everybody into the studio, to the chat room, and it's just, I just find those pretty tedious. I love watching people paint. So, yeah, I'm sure I could learn a lot. Okay, so the base coat is down. I'm going to clean the brush and then give this camera a little bit of a break, and then I'm going to start again. So see you in a minute. I've got some black here. I usually try and start by making some sort of mark. Today it's kind of watery, but I'm still going to try and use a knife. But I just generally like to start with some sort of mark. I like to mark the canvas. And that then becomes kind of where I start to have a conversation with the piece. And I don't care if I make a mess, because I could cover all this up, and likely will most of it. You see that I'm creating some kind of like quadrants. I don't know why, but that's what I'm seeing here. There's like four kind of compartments. And that might be all I do with the black. Okay, I have marked the canvas. Now let's see what we do with it. I think I'm probably going to continue with the knife for now. I want to get a lot of depth. No, in fact, I think I'll go a brush next. I want to get some patches of color and movement in there, kind of to serve as a backdrop to give those layers of whatever comes next. And then I'll probably move back to the knife, because then if I miss spots, it'll be great because it'll have underlying color anyway. So that's what's next. I'm gonna go rinse off my knife. I'll be right back. I have this kind of wash that I used, very, very liquid, with a wooden painting, something on wood that it was really looking almost like as a stain. I'm wondering what it's going to look like on here. It can run all to hell, I don't care. As long as I got my drop fine, I won't wreck my house. I love the way that's running. That'll be good later. I kind of like that. Plus it cleans the brush. Let's see. I don't know if we need to let it dry first or what should happen next. Boy, I like that. I have lovely open days where people come by, and there's this wonderful woman. She's an artist, older woman. She's got a little walker. And I think largely she disapproves of me. So she's always coming through the studios. And she stops by to see what I've got going. And she never has anything nice to say. That's why I think she disapproves of me. And she says, last time she came in, she said, "You sure like yellow." That was it. That was our conversation. And I was like, "Yes, ma'am, I sure do." That is always such a satisfying sound. So we've now moved from a painting that I kind of liked to a painting that I really liked to a painting I don't much like. So I know it's not finished yet. I don't know, it's getting confusing to me. But it ain't done. Okay guys, here is my finished product. I finished this up last night. Some final touches with some of the splatter going on. So I kind of like the way it looks. I see the very first marks that I made. They still survived. To me, it's got lots of layers. It's got lots of motion, which is one of the things I most care about. I think it's rather sweet. So I need to finish up around the edges here where I've made a mess, and I'm going to get it all titled and cataloged into Artwork Archives and get this puppy into the studio for opening Saturday next week. So one more done. Now I'll probably start a new one tonight. Hi everybody, we are so excited. We are finally making a kind of a progressive move in our studio business. We are here in Houston at Sawyer Yards Studios. This is the Silver Street studio. Our original studio is just kind of catty corner across the hallway, and this new studio came available, and we said, you know what, this is not a great time to expand. But at the same time, this is a great studio. It has an outside door, so we're able to actually have evening events and invite people in directly into the studio. So we're thinking that it's going to allow us to do maybe some classes, some evening soirees, some sort of exhibits just here in our studio with invited guests. So we're pretty stoked that this is going to actually allow us to kind of expand and dress up our studio somewhat. We just got the keys this morning, and as you can see, there's not a lot been done yet. We're kind of thinking that this is going to be more of a gallery space, and we're going to mix both Bogdan and my art in here, and use the other more as a working studio, and particularly for photography. Bogdan has to set up and tear down his photo station every time we do anything, because we have to make way for open Saturdays and things like that. So this way he could actually leave that studio open on Saturdays, but still looking like a photographic studio all the time. That should save a lot of time for him. It also gives us, you know, hopefully more foot traffic, and we can kind of specialize in this space, only do really curated kinds of presentations, and the other place can be kind of storage and that nitty-gritty art studio that everybody likes to go into, because there's not a lot of organization and things. Here, we can make it look a little more higher end. We're setting up a show this week that will run all summer long. We will have our doors open. We're not sure how many people are going to actually attend. So we will have like this companion virtual exhibition going on as well for all the tenants here in this building. There's about 60 artists here in Silver Street Studios, and 400 in all of the 6 buildings here at Sawyer Yards. So that's hopefully going to bring some people through the door and be able to highlight some of our work to the public. Right now, we are literally, I'm just moving things in from across the hallway, and I wanted to kind of show you where we were in the process. Thank you so much for watching. It really means the world to me. Please let me know what you think of this week's content. We want to provide you with the kind of videos that you want to watch. Have a great week, stay healthy, and get back out there. It's time for our comeback.